Professor Mendenhall, what is the Congress to do? This legislation passed with only one person voting against it. Unanimous in the Senate, one dissent in the House, and President Trump signed it into law. It's the law of the land. And now members of Congress feel the DOJ has not complied with the statute. What is Congress to do?
Well, I think they're going to have to seek some sort of civil remedy. I actually agree with Professor Epstein's analysis. I mean, what we're talking about here is if the DOJ is failing to produce documents or failing to do this or that, that sort of sounds in the language of contempt. But how do you seek criminal contempt if it's the DOJ that is the the party that's allegedly in contempt? So you've got to seek a civil remedy. Whether it's going to be successful is another story, and I sort of doubt it would be.
Professor Mendenhall, aside from the tedium of this, can a judge go through every redaction with officials from the DOJ? Because the statute says where there's a redaction, there must be a description of what's redacted and an explanation of why it's redacted. The DOJ didn't do that. Is a judge going to scrutinize hundreds of thousands of redactions?
Well, I guess it's two different questions. There's the question of pragmatically, is it possible? And then there's the question of, is it legal? I think it's legal for a judge to do it, but I also think it's impractical for that to happen, just given the sheer amount of documents that are out there.
Professor Mendenhall, let's just take a step back from the Epstein files. Can the DOJ thumb its nose at federal law because it doesn't like the law or it's too cumbersome to enforce?
No, big picture, no, it cannot. Now, when it comes to particular circumstances like this, we've learned throughout history that sometimes situations are kind of messy and they get resolved in courts in ways that maybe are unexpected. So, but big picture, nobody is above the law. No person, no entity, no agency is above the law.